And boom!
Welcome to Thunder Nerds. I'm Brian Hinton.
I'm on a spinny chair.
And I'm Frederick von Weiss, and I'm not on a spinny chair. But welcome to the Thunder Nerds, a conversation with the people behind the technology
That love what they do.
And do tech.
Good. Hey guys, we are at VueConf US 2019. Brian, where the heck are we?
We're in Tampa, Florida at the
Straz Performing Arts Center.
Yeah, and we're talking to a bunch of guests today, speakers, presenters, workshop guys, and we're also going to be here tomorrow. Who are we here with? Let's go ahead and if you guys can introduce yourselves.
double whammy.
Yeah.
Woo woo.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm Alex Kyriakidis. I'm originally from Greece, as you may notice from my popular accent. And I live in Amsterdam. And I'm here with my partner, Rolf. We are on Vue School together to do a Vuex workshop.
Yeah. Excellent. So what kind of workshop are you guys doing?
Yeah, we did a Vuex workshop. Like where we cover everything about Vuex.
Everything.
Oh, everything.
Everything. That's a big
Everything. Wow. You guys missed
It was everything.
Everything. Almost everything. All you need to know, something like that.
Well, is this for people that are entry level, a little bit more advanced?
I think a little bit more advanced, like because usually there are people from companies that already use Vuex, so they come here to see if they use it right. So we mostly focus on like best practices and some patterns that you can use to modularize your store. But I think it's also like you can attend even if you're a beginner, because we cover the fundamentals in the beginning to make sure everyone has like a proper understanding before we go deeper.
Great. Do you mind if you guys give us like a little bit of context of exactly what Vuex is? From like a beginner level, like if I'm trying to explain for somebody, maybe not a beginner, but
kindergarten level.
Yeah, maybe somebody that's like they know of Vue a little bit, but they're looking at Vuex going, why would I want to know this?
Yeah, so Vuex is a state management pattern and library for Vue.js applications, and it serves like a centralized store. Like the easiest way to understand Vuex and why I would like to use Vuex is that it makes it very easy to share data between your components. So as your applications grow, and if you just use props and events to communicate data between the components, it kind of gets a bit messy. It's perfectly fine if that's good enough for your app, but when it's messy, Vuex is there. That's the solution, basically.
Cool.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, like, how did you guys? How are you able to sit down and actually like work with people on answering those like bigger questions in your workshop?
How we were able to sit down with them?
Yeah, well, kind of like guide them through,
Yeah. So
UX.
This workshop is based on one of our courses, Vuex for everyone, which is free. Shameless plug, vueschool.io. So we've made slides. So the workshop consists of one part or like 8 sections, where each section has a part of theory. Then we have exercises, and we walk around and we help them.
Nice.
And as the day goes and we get to know the people, they often come to us and ask personal questions like, "Hey, this is my project. I have these issues. How would we solve this?" It's very cool.
Wow, that's really nifty.
Yeah.
How big was your workshop?
35 people.
I think it was 35.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's very nice.
Wow.
It was very nice people. They had awesome questions.
So, like, are these people that have been using Vue for like a while and have maybe larger applications that are kind of like there's state everywhere and they're like, well, we need to figure this out?
Yeah, we had a lot of everything actually. There was a lot of people that were like new to Vue. There's a lot of companies here that explore Vue as the new solution to their existing system. So they want to refactor the system, and Vue is like a very nice, or it might be a good alternative to them. So we see companies that come here and they send like their team to multiple workshops, and then they will gather and like compare notes and stuff like that.
Yeah. I think the majority were working on large applications and they were already using Vuex in production.
Yeah.
And that's they wanted like to see if there's some ways to improve, or if they are doing it right. So some people might do it almost perfect, but they still want to like come and like validate this. But I think that but everybody had learned something yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
So for someone who is outside the workshop and coming in would be interested in going to one of these future VueConf. What exactly did the workshop entail? It sounds like you had some sort of presentation and then you gave exercises. Could you go into a little more detail on like how you two did it?
How we like made it?
Yeah, well, not how you made it, but what the experience was like. You're trying to sell me coming to this workshop, and I'm like, what am I going to get out of this?
Yeah, right. So Vuex, it's also a pattern, right?
Yeah.
It's not just a plugin.
Yeah.
And you need to learn this pattern, and this pattern might seem a bit counterintuitive if you have never used the Flux pattern before, Redux or something like that.
Yeah.
So by being with us, compared to like in person, compared to a video course, you can ask questions. We can like adapt. We can explain it again. We can use other explanations. And I also think that compared to the course, which is natural to us, for us to do, compared to our course, is that we have exercises for every single step. So you actually get to like prove that you understand the theory. And like it's building blocks. So like you need the first step to go to the next one and to the next one and to the next one and so on. Yeah. And after the
Are you building a specific thing or?
Yeah, we're building a mini e-commerce website. So it was like in a shop with some funny items, and people like were putting them in the cart, and they had like to share the state from the application, from the product list and like product pages and stuff with the shopping cart. So it had to be like reactive and share the state and like use the one-way data flow from using actions. And yeah, this was like the most of the tasks was based on this application. And I think people enjoy most like showing their code to us, because when you watch a video online, you try to build on your own, but then you get stuck on something that usually might be a bit stupid, but you cannot figure it out on your own, and this might take you hours and hours of like debugging and stuff. So people just like raise their hands, and we go there and say, hey, this is broken, like it doesn't work for me, this is not right, the code example was wrong. And then we look at it and like, here you miss like it might be a dot or something simple in the state that goes wrong, and then they're like so happy when they manage to fix it themselves.
Yeah,
oh,
that's awesome.
I love that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And I think they remember it better, like doing it in person.
Yeah, and the interaction with someone who knows it more than just following, like you said, following a lesson online. It's very different experience to actually have that person to be like, you know what you're talking about. Help me.
Yeah, making mistakes and definitely finding where you made that mistake also prevents that mistake from happening. Maybe it happens less often, right?
Yeah.
So you're like, oh right, duh, semicolon, or like, oh right, duh, like I needed a comma there, right?
Yeah.
Like that's super cool, and I love that. So when did you guys decide that you were going to make a Vue school?
That's a good question. So I actually wrote a book on Vue.js on early 2016. It was Vue 1 by then, and it was the first book on Vue.js. So it went quite crazy. We were also giving a big amount of the income to the Vue.js framework, because it was also like not a baby, but there was like the Open Collective was not there at that time. Patreon was like quite low and everything. So it went really well. And then we wrote the second book, and people wanted to get more. And with books, it's hard. Like you can learn the fundamentals and you can learn lots of things. But they wanted to have like individual solutions or very specific like use cases. Like I want to learn about phone validation, or I want to learn about how to do this. I don't have an example now, but yeah, they want to have more specifics, like using maps or state management or like testing or all these kind of topics. So they were like pushing me like, hey, please do videos. Like, yeah, okay, I'll do videos. It took me like a year to take a decision, and then I started. I teamed up with Rolf. And yeah, we did it. It took us 1 year to prepare the first Vue.js masterclass, where we were building a real-world application, which was something that I think there is still no other course that you build a real-world application from scratch. So this is quite advanced, because you make a project and then you start adding features, you connect databases, you handle the state, the authentication, the permissions, all this kind of stuff. So you when you watch this course, it's like hundreds of lessons. And then you can make many types of applications on your own, even if this is your first time you are doing this.
Yeah.
That's really cool. So you're literally building something from the ground up, as opposed to maybe like a tutorial where you're just kind of like, oh, I'm changing the color of this, and then I'm going on to the next thing. Yeah. That's really cool.
Because in the tutorial you will see a simple thing or like one topic how you will do it. But when you do it in your application, there are many things that are like connected to each other, and this is what many people want to learn.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where can people find those books?
Yeah.
The first ones?
Yeah.
That's a good question. I think we started with Twitter, but we had like very few followers, so we just like tried hard. It was also the first book, so if somebody wanted to get a book, it was the only option. So they had to get it. And this is how I got the idea. Also, I was like mentoring a friend of mine to become a developer, and it was Vue 0.9 when I wanted to show to him, and he wanted to like learn more and more. I'm like, hey man, just get a book.
Yeah.
And he searched for a book, and he's like, I cannot find any books for that. I'm like, okay, we should make one.
That's awesome idea. Do you still think they hold up?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't check often, but there might be a third one because we had it's called the Magister of Vue.js. It's like a boxy name. And then it was like a Magister of Vue.js 2. And now we are thinking that maybe we should do it for a third version, but it's
three times a charm.
Yeah, it's not decided yet, but yeah, it might be.
Book's coming out. You heard it here.
No.
I think you said next month.
Yeah.
Just look at the website.
Good luck.
Okay, keep on math. That's nice.
So why don't we go a little bit into? I mean, we briefly touched what you guys do, but do you mind diving a little bit more into your roles and exactly what you do at your companies?
Yeah. Do you want to take this one, Rolf?
Yeah, sure. We launched Vue School a little over a year ago, and by now we have over 200 individual lessons.
Oh wow!
And we more than 49,000 users have already registered.
Nice.
And this year we are doing like a big investment in the company. We hired 2 full-time developers and a full-time designer.
Wow.
Nice.
Because we realized that we cannot do it all, even though we're capable of like creating content, editing videos, working on the features and the administration and all of that.
Yeah.
We need a bigger team. So
good problem to have.
Yeah.
We're just so successful. We need to hire people.
They
more
like,
about the time.
Yeah, we're so
Time
busy. We're
constraints.
getting bent down. We need to like bend out or bend down. Yeah, one of those. We're getting bent anyway. So we realized that we cannot focus on doing like as much content as we want, and also maintain the website, like add more features, like on the back end, on the front end, do the marketing ourselves. So we started having a lot of on our plate, and then we already we made a team we have a nice infrastructure of editing the videos. So we also work with other teachers besides of the 2 of us, but we require them just to send us the raw videos. So we have a process like the teachers write an outline that we work all together, then they write like the transcripts, and then they pass them to us as raw videos, and we have the team that they edit the videos, they get like audio enhancements, we have English and Spanish subtitles on all the content.
Wow.
So we have we're going to have a nice infrastructure about all the process to be able to do what we want to do, because it's really hard to manage all these things.
Yeah. So our roles is that Alex is the main on the content. He creates of course we brainstorm together. We decide the outline, which courses we would like to work on and that kind of things. Then you go in and you do the outline, some scripts, some lesson suggestions. We work on that, and we have this feedback loop where we do reviews of the script to make sure that we have as much as possible, or as much knowledge as possible into our lessons. And you do the recording. Alex is the primary teacher at Vue School. I'm more in the background in the teaching area, and I manage the designer. I do more admin work and these kind of things.
Yeah, but you also do a lot of content because you work with Rolf works closely with the teachers, so the teachers provide the scripts, and including myself. So we provide the lessons first to Rolf. Rolf does the review, brings up some additions or some questions, and we work on together on all the content. And then when these are approved, we move on with the recordings.
Yeah, I'm like the behind the curtains teacher.
And that's how supportive you all are each other. You're like, no, but don't discount what you do. But no, but you're awesome. I love that. You're very supportive of each other. That's an amazing team.
We're a good team. We're a good team.
That's super cool.
It must be hard because I'm sure there's so much content that you want to get out, but it's there's only so much time in the day. So don't sleep, right? So having to reach out and get some additional people on your team. Yeah.
And with so many users, we have tons of different requests, different skill levels.
Oh yeah.
So it's
hard to satisfy everybody.
Yeah.
How diverse would you say you are with lessons for beginners, advanced, and
we started out pretty hardcore with a Vue.js masterclass. And then we like scaled back to focus on the beginners. And now like the hardcore devs are like complaining, hey, what about us? So now we're like shifting back again.
Okay, geez.
But now we have the testing path where we do testing courses. So the advanced developers are happy with like testing because it's like it's mandatory, but the resources are quite limited, and like it's something that evolves also now.
Yeah.
So we have the testing path that Roman Kuba from CodeShip creates the lessons. He's the teacher on the testing courses. So we have Roman doing this, and I focus like for a couple of months on the beginners content. So we have like Vue.js fundamentals, we have Vue.js components, and we try to make all these courses free.
Mm-hmm.
So we kind of like depend on the testing now.
So you'd say like all the fundamentals, anything that's kind of like, hey, learn Vue are kind of free, and then from there it's like, all right,
yes.
Do you want to be real cool? Do you want to like do this in your company? Like you should pay us.
Do you make money?
Do you make money already? Give us your money.
I think we have many fundamentals courses. Like we have Vue fundamentals, like components fundamentals, Nuxt fundamentals, testing fundamentals, and like all these are free.
Yeah.
Maybe do something about them.
Like, we really want to make it.
Testing even? Like that's so cool. Like so just base level testing, you guys have it for free.
Yes.
Wow.
And we want to make education accessible to everyone, so our plans are quite reasonable as well.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay, so now we need to pay you guys money too. So like we're gonna pay everybody money.
Of course.
All of the money, all the time.
Make it rain.
Yeah.
I think it's unreasonable. You should say the price.
Yeah,
It's not reasonable.
it's $12 a month.
Stop.
That's it. That's a great
That's like-
price.
That's too
Or
much.
$98 a year.
98 a year.
Oh, well, that's too much.
It's cheaper than Amazon.
It's like 4 cups of coffee.
Yeah, or one in Norway.
It's crazy.
Wow. It's regular coffee?
I don't-
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but for a beer, a 6-pack, it's like 30 euros or something from the supermarket.
Stop.
Norway is crazy.
Like a cheap can of half a liter beer in the supermarket, like a cheap can is €3. Dollars here. It's like $3.50.
So you guys aren't from the States?
Sorry?
You guys aren't from the States then?
No, I'm from Norway.
Oh.
Norway
From
and
Greece.
Greece.
That's my intro.
No, yeah. Well, I don't know if like you were from there as like from a kid, or if you moved here like later on.
No, I moved to Amsterdam. I'm from Greece, but now I live in Amsterdam.
Gotcha. Okay.
For a year.
Wow, $3
Yeah.
for a beer. That's cheap.
You should come visit.
For a beer?
Yeah, that's cheap.
Bro.
No, at the grocery store.
It's still cheap.
And it's not that cheap. I got the 6-pack and
For-
it's
wait,
like
for
27
1 year?
euros. No, a 6-pack from the supermarket costs 27 euros.
27 euros.
Yeah, like $30 for
That's
a
a lot
6-pack
more money.
You have at home,
there's
yeah.
more, yeah.
Yeah. Euros are worth a lot more than $1.
So do
Yeah, that's
y'all
4
have
months of view school to
Publix?
get a 6-pack in Norway.
All right, and then need you all to do Publix when you're here. You go and see the wine, and you get buy one get one free wine. It's a thing.
Bogo.
Have you heard of buy one get one free
Maybe they don't
wine?
like
No.
wine.
Do you like wine?
Yes.
Okay.
Buy one wine, you get another bottle of wine for free.
What is that?
I think they get the
Publix.
It
concept.
is amazing.
Okay.
It's so good. So you get like, so if you pay $14
They know what they're doing
for a
tonight.
bottle of wine, you get another bottle of wine.
We're hitting this Publix place
Completely
up.
free.
That's so nice.
I know, right?
I should definitely try that.
Do you have anything like the markets over there ever buy one get ones for at all ever? Just curious.
In Norway?
Yeah.
I were not allowed to discount alcohol, give away alcohol, buy alcohol after 8 o'clock.
Really?
What? After 8 o'clock?
Yeah, at the stores. In
Oh,
the
but bars are
weekdays,
fine.
yeah, the bars close at like 3 a.m.
Yeah, on
Okay,
Saturdays.
well, that's fair.
Yeah, no, only on
That's an hour
Saturday.
more than here.
But
Only on
that's low.
Saturdays,
That's
though.
low. Oh,
Yeah.
that's
What about Sundays?
no alcohol. Church.
Wow.
It's
Same.
ridiculous.
Same as
Ridiculous. Yeah.
So now that we're finished talking about wine and beer,
What is it like to drink beer while coding Vue?
That's very nice. Very refreshing. Very refreshing.
Well, we're getting around to the end of the show. How can people find out more about you guys? Well, obviously put it in the show notes, but what's the URLs? What's the website? What's the Twitter handle?
Yeah, I would go to vueschool.io
Mm-hmm.
and tweet us at vueschool_io. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
and pay them too.
Pay.
Give them money.
Yeah.
Yeah, give them money.
$12 a month.
Support the
No.
community.
Check out the free courses. It's amazing content.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And pay only if you like them and want more.
Yeah.
You guys
You're
have
gonna like them.
No, that's it. Just great talking to you.
Yeah, thank you so much for
Likewise.
coming on the show,
So
guys.
much fun.
Yeah, awesome. Appreciate it. Thanks everybody for watching. We got some more coming up. See ya.